Okay, for the sake of those who just can, we have created. We are going to look at HTML forms today, inshallah. So we have created a new file called form.html. Can you see that? Okay, form.html, and we've tried to create the skeleton. I will delete it again, and I delete it and start again. So when I, fortunately for us, we have auto completion completion by the atom.io. If I press enter, it creates the skeleton for me. I can decide to take off all these things. Okay. So with this ready, what I'm going to do now is to okay. So I have my title here. I say HTML forms. I have already saved. Okay, Walid, you can ask your question. Walid, you are raising your hand and you are not asking question. Okay, Abdullah, Ahmed Abdullah.
Sir, what is meta, sir?
Meta is is a tag, okay, that gives
Yes,
additional information to the head, okay. We have a lot of it. We have meta for chart set. We have meta for more information about the HTML. If you go to search engine optimization, they use the content of the meta to optimize your searches, to optimize searches for your website. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we can add the, it means that we are saying that we want to use the character sets. We want to use UTF-8. Okay. Just put this one for now. Okay. Let's understand the content of the form, then we can go ahead. So we have HTML forms like this. Then the forms will come. The form tag, if I press this, it will open the form tag for me. So in the form tag, we have some attribute that we can add. We can give the form a class name, can give it an action, okay? Then we can give it a method. The method is the type of posting, okay? We have post and we have get, okay? The one with the most security is the post. When you use get, the content of the form, when you submit it, will still be seen, it will be seen. But when you use post, it will not be seen. To be posted to your, it's going to be posted to the page that you have given here, action. Okay. So the action is index.html. We can remove all this thing for now. Okay. Okay. So when you post, after clicking submit, the content of the form will be posted to index.html. Okay, so these ones we can put them somewhere if you want to start styling and also applying JavaScript and PHP. Then we can look at the action and the method. The method is the method of sending the message in the of the form. If it is post, it is going to be posted, and you cannot see, the user of the website cannot see the content or the data that has been posted. Then if it is get, but the user can get it, okay, you can see it. So now let's quickly look at the form element. Let's look at the form element. We have some elements that we use in form. So this is the form tag. I can remove all these things later on. We will add them. This is the form tag. The form tag has open and closing. Open form tag and closing form tag. Okay, so when you open the form, then you close the form. So it has some elements that are within it. So one of the key elements of this is the input tag. So if I use input, okay, I press enter, I have my input tag. And the input tag also has some attributes. We have the type attribute. This is very key. The name of the input, so that you can control it if you want to style it, or if you want to apply some JavaScript or animation. Okay, then the value that you want it to be seen. So I'll take all this, then I'll leave the type. Okay, type. We have different types of inputs. Okay, we have text inputs. If it is text input, you have to put here text. Okay, then when I save the file now, then I'm going to open the file. This is the form. Okay. I open it to take some time to open. So let's get back. So you can add ID to it to identify it. If you like, you can add a class. These are all attributes that you can add to the form inputs element. You can say class for all of them. If you want, you have more than one input, you want to style them the same, you can give them a class so that you can use the class to call them. Okay. So I can remove this. I don't want it now. For now, I want us to understand how the forms are made. Then we have another type, okay? If we want for inputs, if you want to the person to enter email, we have the email one also. So you see type is equal to email. Okay, so when I save this form, look at what I get. I have the form elements are inline, okay? By default, they are inline, they are arranged horizontally. So we will see how to make them. So if I want them to be on, I can just use this simple thing, BR tag, to bring them on different lines. So when I refresh this, see that if I want it more, I can give more. But we can remember we can use CSS to do that. But that will be the next next thing, styling with CSS. So if I refresh, see that they are separated. So I can type something here, say, okay, the H1, you can use the H1, the fill in the form below. So when I save, I refresh, I get this, see that? So this is the form. I can type something there. Look at this. If I try to submit, I have to add the input submit there. So this is the first type of input, text input. Then we have the email input. We also have password input. So I will say input. I want to remove all this. So instead of text, I will say password. So if I type, it will come like password. You know, passwords are not supposed to be seen. Okay, if you are typing, it will be hiding them. If you want to see, it will allow you to see. You see that? So if I want, I can also add this BR tag here to make it on the next line. So if I refresh, I will get this. See that? So this one is with text. This one is for email, and this one is for password. So how many types we have seen now? We have seen 3 types of input. We have the text input, we have the email input, then we have the password input. Then we can also have the, I want to remove this. We can also have the submit. If I say submit, okay, the submit input. See that? I'll get the submit here. I want to bring it down. So I'll copy this one and paste here also. So when I save and refresh the browser, I have my submit here. Now, if I want to make the form to be in the center, I can add the center tag here. I can add the center tag. I hope you know the center tag. We did it in grade 7. Center tag will allow the contents of all the things that you have placed in the tag to be at the center. So it's now in the center. So you have the text, email, like this, summit 2029 at yahoo.com. dot yahoo.com. Okay. Then I can put my password there, then I click on submit. Now I want to show you how to change the content of this submit. If you want, okay, to change the submit, the default value is going to be submit. If you want, you can say login. Okay. So when I refresh the browser, see that I have login. See login. If I want, I can say register. Okay. When I save, then I refresh my browser, I have registered it. So likewise, all the three other input type, you can give them value. Okay. We can give them value. The starting value, let's say, okay, maybe the name. So if I save now, it's going to be there as a starting value. This is the starting value. Okay. See that if I refresh, anytime I refresh, it will be there. So if I even take it, I refresh, it will be there. That is starting value. Okay, if we have what you call placeholder, we call it what? Placeholder. The placeholder here. Okay, now somebody is reading. Rebecca.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, talk to me. I can hear.
Sir, when you tell us, sir, to see what the code's done, when you go to the browser, sir, it do not show us.
What?
Now you are in Atom, right, sir? Now when you go to the browser and refresh it, we do not see it.
Okay, I will go there. Yeah, okay, it means I shared only this. So let me share my entire screen. I'm sharing only the Atom. Okay, that's good. Some of you are not telling me. I shared only this screen.
Just like this, now we see it, sir.
Yeah, that's good.
Didn't
Thank you
confirm
for
below the
telling.
name.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. When I use this, if I use this center tag, it makes everything at the center. Okay, then these are the input type for the name, for the email, for the password, and the input type submit. Okay, see it. I hope you get it. You can see that.
Sir, can you add, sir, like background color to it, like other website, like add a background color to it to make it look nicely?
Yeah, you can
Like
add.
that.
You
No
can add a
way.
background color. No, we can add that one, but let's take our time one after another. Hawari, you can talk now.
Okay, I'll mute myself now.
Okay, mute. Hawari, ask your question. Hawari, Hawari,
Yes.
you raise your
Yes.
hand.
Yes. Yes, sir. I was raising my hand to say what Abubakar said, sir, but
Okay,
finish.
thank you very much. So let's continue now. So if we want to make, these are the types of input that we have. Okay, if we want to, the input element is an inline element, not a block level. So without this BR tag, it will place them all horizontally. So I use this one to place them on different lines. Okay. So remember the value attribute is not only for the input. You can change it. Okay. So now let's look at how to. You can add a border here to the form. When I say border, yeah, if I give border of 2, it will add border to the form. Okay. I think this border attribute doesn't work, so we can do it with the style. You can say style, then we'll give a border. Okay, border of 1 pixel solid black. When I save now, the form will now have a border. Okay, this is the border. Can you see that? Okay, takes 100%. You can also give border to, okay, Abdurrahman Isam, you are raising your hand. Abdurrahman Isam.
Sir, we didn't take the test, sir. When we will give us? the exam.
Yeah, I have said this. You came in because you came in late. That's why I said, okay, we are postponing it till
Yes.
you finish the exam. If you finish your exam, that will be Monday. Then Tuesday we'll do the computer science. Okay? Are you
Okay, sir.
okay? So let's continue with what we are doing. So we have added border to the form itself, and let's continue. Okay, you can give a border property to the form. Okay, let me remove this. Now, let's look at the input type, okay? The input type, radio. We have the radio buttons. Then also apart from the radio buttons, we have the check buttons. So let's add more. If you want to make a decision, if we want somebody to make a selection, okay? So we can use the input, then the type should be radio. Radio, okay, input, sorry, type is equal to checkbox. Let's use checkbox. Or radio. Radio is okay. If I now save this, see what I get. See the radio. I want it to be on one line. But in this radio, I can give maybe like we want somebody to select his gender. Okay, you can say maybe male, male. Okay. Then we have what female also. What am I going to add here? BR tag or leave it input type is equal to the same radio, right? Then I'll give what female. So if I save, I leave the browser, you see that I have options. I can select the two, but for radio button, it should allow you to make only one choice, okay, to take only one choice. So if you want to do that, you have to give them the same name. If you give them the same name, then they will allow you to select only one, to allow you to select only one. I want to give BR tag so that this will be below. Some boys have raised their hand. Abdurrahman, Ahmed Abdullah, that's your question.
Sir, why sir? When you go sir, it's written only the name sir. Like it's not written email and password. Only email and female and male.
This one,
Yes.
because I have given this, can you see the male is there and female is here.
Yes, but the email and password, sir.
The email, these are only type, they are type, okay? It tells the browser the type of input, okay? If I want to say password, I can put password here, okay? Here also, if I can say, okay, full name. Okay, very soon I'll show you how to use the label tag also. If I want also password is here. No, this should be email. You can say email, then I'll say password here. If I save now to come there, see that I have full name, email, password. Because this one I added, that's why it's coming there, okay? Like that. Is that clear? But I don't want to
Yes,
give
sir.
that. That's why I removed them. Is that clear now?
Yes.
So I can remove them here. I only want to leave it like that. So instead of that, instead of that, I can add placeholder. Okay, let me add placeholder so that you can see everything. So I'll add placeholder here, placeholder. Then I'll say, okay, your full name, your full name. I can also add here placeholder. Then I'll say, okay, email. I can also add here placeholder. And I'll say, okay, this one no need for password. Okay, leave it. Or you can put it, no problem. And say password. Then I'll save it. If I refresh the browser, see they are not there. So I will remove the value attribute here so that if the value attribute is there, the placeholder will not be shown. If the value attribute is there, the placeholder will not be shown. So I'll save everything and refresh. See that this is not a text, but rather it is a label telling you. It's an instruction telling you what to type there. So your full name, so I type it. Your email, I type it at something, okay? Then your password, you can start typing. You can make a choice here. This is radio button. Let's concentrate on the radio button. The radio button allows us to make one selection, one choice. You know, it's either you're a male or a female. You can't be both, right? Like maybe they ask you to make a selection between Lamborghini and Ferrari, okay? You want to make selection. You are not supposed to make more than one. Okay, if you are supposed to make only one choice, then we use the radio button. So now here, but it is not allowing us, it is not giving us the chance to make only one selection. You can see that you can select more than one. So you have to link them by giving them the same name. So here in the first one, I can say name. I can give a name to it. I call it gender, okay? Here, the same thing that I'll do. I'll give name, then I'll call it gender. So now if I save the file, I can now make only one choice. See, if I make one, if I select male, then I select female, it will deselect the male and only the female will be selected. That is how to make checkbox, radio buttons, okay? So we can see more example. We can ask a question here. We say, okay, do you like coffee? Do you like coffee? Okay. So this, we select only this. So we have either yes or no, okay? Yes, yes, okay? Yes. Then I have no. So if I save now, look at what I'm going to get. So do you like coffee? Yes or no? Okay, so here we have to change the name from gender to from name to preference. Pref here from gender to pref or any name that you think, or you can say coffee. Okay, pref. Okay, then I'll add the BR tag here also so that arrange them. Okay, I want to add it in and save the file. So you see that, do you like coffee? Yes, no, yes, no. So if you want to make one change, if you want to make one choice, you have to use the radio button. Then let's look at the input text for checkboxes. Checkboxes allow you to make more than one answer, okay, to make more than one choice. You know, when you are doing exam, okay, we use this radio button in the exam. When you are doing the exam, we have options, MCQs, A, B, C, D. You can't make selection of A and select B again because they are radio button. A radio button will allow you to make one choice, okay? So let's look at how to make check boxes. Check input. So I will say input here. Okay, I'll ask question for what are your favorite foods, or let me use cars, okay? I will ask this question. Then Okay, we have 10 minutes. So here I'll just ask the question here. So I'll list them here. So I'll put my inputs tag here. Inputs tag. Inputs. I want to use the inputs. Type. Type is equal to radio. Abdurrahman is who is reading his name? Mohammed Ibrahim can ask your question. Mohammed Ibrahim. Mohammed Ibrahim.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a question? You raise your hand.
By mistake, sir.
Okay, mute yourself now. So let's continue now. So if Abdurrahman Isam again, you are raising. Can you put your hand down? If you don't have question, put your hand down. So here we have the type. The type for if you want to make more than one selection, so you use the checkbox. Okay, checkbox allow us to make more than one selection. So here the first one I have is maybe Ferrari. So I'll copy this one, paste it here. This should be F. Then I will have Lamborghini. I will have Toyota Land Cruiser. Toyota Land Cruiser. I will have another one here, a car made in Ghana, Kantanka. I'll add maybe Mercedes-Benz. So when I save the file, if I go to File, Save, or Control S to save, I will refresh my browser. Look at what I get. See that? What are your favorite cars? Okay. Sorry, I have to add your here. What are your favorite cars? So you see that, or I can say, so you see, if I want, I can select more. So it's allowing me to select more than one. Okay, if I want all of them, I can select. I want to add the BR tag here. Right? Okay, so when I save, I refresh my browser like this. So you see that, so I can make more than one selection. So this is what we have for now. If you have any question, I will pause for you to ask me. If you don't have, we can use the rest of the 6 minutes left to add more things. So before you ask the question, let's recap what we have done. We have seen the form element, how to make form. This is what we call form. And what are the benefits of forms? Forms are very important. Okay. If you go to most websites, they will allow you to fill some forms, send information to them. Or if you want to request for information, you can use the form. I want to show you one of my website that I created. I use form there. www.harris.com. This website I created for our own company. I designed for some company. I have not finished. This is the website. I have designed it for them. See the form. This is a typical example of a form. This one. See the form I'm talking about here. So you can type your full name, email. You can type your phone. See that you can choose a file. Okay, file input. You can bring maybe file there. Okay, this is I design it. See my name there. My name is. I designed for some company. I have not finished design. It's still in the process. If you go to most website, they make use of forms. Ahmed Abdullah, ask your
Sir,
question.
now you make this website, sir.
Yes,
Nice, sir.
this is. I am still designing it. I've not finished. I have made for one company. It's a decoration company. Okay. When I finish, I'll show you the output. So now this is what I'm talking about. Try to mute yourself now. Okay, Abu Bakr.
Sir, in the website, sir, which you show us, which you made, sir, you added, sir, like now, sir, you showed how to add Google to our website, to our browser, sir. But you're able to add other apps like Facebook, Instagram, like this, sir. We use the same code for this, or we will need other codes.
This one. Which one?
No, sir, his question, sir, yes, like this.
Yes.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I'll show you. No problem. Not now. Let's finish with the forms. This one is font awesome. See that? Okay, so let's recap. We have less than 4 minutes. So today we have seen how to use the form element, and I have used a center tag, okay, to center everything there. Okay, you open the center and close the center. The form, we open the form and close the form. The attribute that we can add in the form, we have the action attribute. The action attribute is the file that you want to send all the data to. Okay, can you put yourself on mute? Okay, so let's continue now. So here I can give the action and the methods, posting method, okay? The method of sending the form. We can give either post or get. You see that? See, get and post, get and post. These are the two main method of sending data, okay, to the server, okay? We use the get and the post. If you use get, the data will be shown in the browser, but when you use form, it will not be shown. So the most secure way of sending forms is to use a post, okay? Then we have seen the input element. This is the input element. So we have different types: text input, email input, password input, radio input. If you want to control the radio to make it only one should be selectable, you have to add the name attribute. Though you can add name attribute to any of this, okay, you can add it, especially if you want to apply PHP. If you want to apply PHP to it, you can do that. Then I have this, okay, I have this now. Okay, then I have done 2 of them. Then if you want to make more than one selection, then we use the checkbox. Type is equal to checkbox. Then the input type is equal to what? Submit. So let me show you. Instead of the input type submit, you can use the button also. So you can say button, the type is equal to what? Submit. You can give it a value just like this. I can say, okay, login. So then you say log in there, okay, and close the button. We have 1 minute to end the class. I'll upload this video, inshallah. Okay, so if I refresh, you see that I have another one login. It's the same one, but I use button here. Okay, so without any question, prepare for the exam. Inshallah, we will meet next week.